Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another review. This time around, I'm going to be doing a review for episode 6 of season 6 of The Walking Dead, Always Accountable. So yeah, I know I'm kind of late for this one by about like 2 weeks, but the season finale is tonight. I'm going to be reviewing this, and heads up, and yeah. Before I begin, 10-second spoiler warning as usual. For those who have yet to actually watch this review and haven't already, stop the video, go check it out, and come back here and watch the rest of this review. 10-second spoiler warning as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those who have yet to actually watch this, episode and haven't already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me that I never gave you a fair warning, because as usual, I did. So as usual, quick synopsis, like season 6, and then the rate. And so basically, this episode focuses more on Abraham, Sasha, and Daryl, and what happened to them after some of the horde diverged and went to Alexandria and the town right over, where Glenn was. Um, so yeah, we know his fate right now, by the way. Um, so yeah, basically you have these two stories, one with Abraham and Sasha, and the other one with Daryl. The one with Daryl, which I think it's the more interesting one, in my opinion. Basically the episode starts off with all three of them trying to head back to Alexandria, when they're cut off by this group, possibly the Saviors. Yeah, likely the Saviors from what we see later on in the episode. And the group is now split. Daryl, he goes into the burnt out forest, like it's literally just burnt the fuck out, like it's all charred and whatever. He's kind of just walking there with he's kind of walking there. He ditches his motorcycle and jacket somewhere, tries to hide it, and he comes across this group of three, one man and two women, which we see in the we saw them in the trailer, the season 6 trailer, and it's confirmed that the man was Dwight and the other two women were Tina and Sherry. So yeah, Tina, I don't think she's a comic book character. No, fuck that. I'm positive. Yeah, she ain't a comic book character. There's no Tina in the comics. However, there is a Dwight and there is a Sherry. And similar to how they portrayed them in the show, well, it kind of seems like they were lovers in a sense. From what we've seen, we see them a bit, interact a bit of their interaction. It seems like they were lovers. In the comics, they're spouses. They're married. Here, we don't get that sense. I don't feel like we have that sense that they're married. But then again, like it's first introduction, and they're with Daryl. They have to deal with this problem right now. So yeah, they have to kind of deal with Daryl. Is he part of the Saviors, which is interesting. That's interesting because something I didn't really realize till like literally just right now. Dwight in the comics, Dwight and Sherry are both part of the Saviors. Daryl, he's an original character to the TV show, okay, but the show has been able to mix originality with comic book based concepts before. In this case, we have Daryl, the original, versus Dwight and Sherry, the comic book concepts, and then you have the Saviors, which is the overall comic book concept. It's funny because Dwight questions Daryl, is he part of this group and whatever, because from what it seems, Dwight stole something from them. It seems like they were all three of them, Dwight, Sherry, and Tina, were all part of that group. They abandoned the group, and now the Saviors are coming after them. The one thing I kind of have a problem with is the fact that he doesn't know if Daryl is part of the Saviors, and the reason I say that is because he was part of the Saviors, okay? And I know Daryl looks like he's part of the Saviors, but I'm pretty sure you will know who, like not by name, but I think you would at least know who is part of the Savior group. So I just find that a little bit unbelievable. They do kill off Tina in this episode. Really doesn't matter because it seems like she was gonna die anyways. She's a diabetic. It's pretty hard to survive as a diabetic. I can just imagine the apocalypse. So yeah, but the fact that they're introducing the Saviors now, that's interesting. Negan, the Saviors. They did cast Negan, Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Negan. He was in Watchmen. He was like the chameleon or something in Watchmen or something. I don't know. I haven't watched Watchmen. So yeah, so that was interesting. At the end, and it seems like this is going to be an origin story for Dwight in a sense, because in the comics, Dwight has half his face burnt off. Here we see him completely normal. His whole face normal, skin and everything. However, I feel like Negan's gonna find him eventually, burn half his face off, and then we're gonna see the Dwight we know. And he does take a Daryl's crossbow and motorcycle. So, fuck you, Dwight. Already most hated character in The Walking Dead. I can tell you that right now. He is already one of the most hated characters in The Walking Dead. And then you have the stuff with Sasha and Abraham. They're kind of stuck in this insurance company building, and they're basically contemplating what to do now. How to find Daryl, how to get back to Alexandria, what should they do. And yeah, they're kind of reflecting on both of their depressions. How Sasha was right before she got into Alexandria, and how Abraham is right now. Now that he really doesn't have anything to live for, because when you think about it, his whole main purpose was to get Eugene to Washington D.C. and find the cure or whatever. But now that he knows that that's not possible, coupled with the fact that he saw Reg die, and he kind of mirrors that, Reg dying. Reg was Deanna's husband. That sucks, but that happened to me too. That my family was kind of murdered. It's kind of sad for him. So he is dealing with depression, and I know his family. I mean, you could argue that the zombies murdered his family, which is true, but realistically, he also had something to do with the death of his family, indirectly. So yeah. Overall, though, pretty good episode. That was interesting. The stuff with Dwight, I will say that was interesting. And the Saviors, that was pretty interesting. I like the Daryl part a bit more than the Abraham part. I mean, you do have Abraham who finds some RPGs and some cigars, which is pretty funny. He finds a military suit, like a decorated military suit. If you know what I mean, it's like you have to it's kind of it's like a decorated military suit. So yeah, that was pretty funny. You have a few comedic moments with Abraham with the RPGs, which I'm pretty sure are gonna come in handy in the season finale if they reach Alexandria by that point, if you know what I mean. And yeah, I mean, he finds like 3 or 4 RPGs. That was hilarious. But yeah, I feel like the Daryl stuff was more interesting, but the Sasha and Abraham things were a bit more comedic. So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent. And 6 being decent, I give this episode an 8 out of 10. I also feel like there's a bit of hidden messages in this episode. I feel like there's a bit of hidden messages, especially more with the Daryl stuff. I don't know, hidden messages like foreshadowing, which is interesting. Like one of the first scenes in the episode, you have Daryl. He falls off his bike and he sees this walker who's just decomposed the living crap out of, or it's more like burnt. So yeah, and just the way it kind of zooms out, you have Daryl kind of in this cross position with his dead walker. It seems like the walker was a biker, like a motorcyclist or whatever, because he has a helmet on. So that's interesting. Some foreshadowing. There's been, because Daryl is one of the top 3 people possible to die, once Negan is introduced. So that's interesting how they're kind of foreshadowing that. Now you have the Saviors kind of thrown in there. Overall, pretty interesting. So yeah, foreshadowing, meh. So yeah, that's basically it for this review. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I give this episode an 8 out of 10. Really good episode, great episode, and yeah, 8 out of 10. And yeah, that's basically it for now. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. Comment on that down below. Let me know what are your thoughts on the episode. Again, comment on that down. Let me know your thoughts. Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.